Hey, what's going on, America, man? Good morning, good morning, good morning. What it do? Y'all got y'all coffee? We got the cannabis. We gonna put it together, man, and make it happen. Welcome to the Maserati Rick Show, hosted by myself, Maserati Rick Jr., man. And today, we're bringing you Draw the Line with actor, producer, writer, DeJuan Guy, man. He's known for being the kid on Candyman, and also most known from, oh man, my jaw hurt cuz he got his ass whooped on Baby Boy, man. If y'all go listen, he the only nigga was on some tough shit, you know what I'm saying?
Motherfucker, I'm Looney Tunes, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Look, listen, this guy don't even understand how deep Candyman was, first of all. So we gonna get right into this interview, man. So how was it to be, first of all, even picked to be on Candyman? Like, how was that audition process as a, what you say, I remember you told me you was like 9 years old, right?
I was 9 when I did that. And first of all, top of the top to you, man. I appreciate you having me on the show, and Nothing Common Entertainment. Be on the look like we coming at you. I just had to drop that line, nothing common. We ain't nothing common, so don't expect nothing common. Now hit this blunt one time. Sure. Now, Candyman, it was a lot of kids. I think it was like 400 kids that went out for that, man. There was a lot of kids going out for Candyman, and what I remember about the casting is when I did get the role. Like, I went back for the first read and a few callbacks and all that, which is typical in the business, especially during that era. Business has changed today. Right. So when I got the role, Virginia Madsen, who was the lead, she was Helen. She came out to the parking lot and told me, "Hey, you got the role, you got it." That's unheard of. They don't do that in this business. And the only other time where they told me I booked a role at the audition was I did a 2-part episode of Baywatch. So, that was, David Hasselhoff, and that was a big hit in the 90s. And then they did a remake and movie. Baywatch is a big franchise. And they liked me so much, they made it a 2-part episode. I had to play handicap in a wheelchair. But when I say they told me I had the job, I went in, they liked what I did for the producers, and they told me, "You got the job, but just be cool when you go outside. We still gotta see the rest of these people." So I literally walked out, seeing all these kids knowing I already got the part. Y'all just go on in and read. This role was mine. So you better luck next time,
So you basically walked in there like how Jordan walked on the court on the N1 game.
N1. It was like the game was over and nobody knew but me.
Okay, so so when you did the first couple readings, was you just reading with her, or was you?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That audition, once they call you back, sometimes they bring the actors in. For example, when I was doing an audition for Boys in the Hood, which was actually the first project that I worked on.
Y'all hear that?
And Boys in the Hood. Shout out to John Singleton, R.I.P. John Singleton, but. And I also did Baby Boy with him. But when I auditioned for Boys in the Hood,
resume.
It was a very, that's when John discovered me, and he brought in Lawrence Fishburne, and put me on tape with him, and we did the young Trey when Trey was a kid. When Trey was a kid.
Oh.
We got a dope camera person. Shout out to Crystal, Nothing Common Entertainment.
You already know it's right.
Crystal Ball.
This cannabis and coffee, we don't want to leave her out.
That's all right.
What I'm saying?
Let me go ahead and slide. Thank you.
And she should be she's supposed to be rolling up on the side, but we're going to let that slide.
Listen, I'm the camera food.
Yeah.
After you figured out you got the role, you found that out, they call you to the set, and how was that first day on set, bro? Like, how was the process of getting into the camera? What was your thoughts when you was reading that script?
For Candyman, right?
Yeah, even though you was a kid, but what was your process of getting ready for that at that age? Like, that's pressure.
Well, first of all, I had my aunt, Irene Crawford, shout out, I call her Pinky, and she's been my coach for all these years. She's been my coach, and she studied theater, and she studied the arts, and she, she's gonna keep it real for me. Right. Let's just say we now back when I was that young, she probably didn't say this, but as I got older, you know, I'm doing the scene, and if I sound like I'm acting and it's some bullshit, she gonna say, fuck that shit. What the fuck was that? like that's some bullshit, like, do it again. Matter of fact, do it like this. And she'll have me do some way out things, like do different acting exercises, like, all right, do it like Bernie Mac. All right, do it like Cuba Gooding. All right, do it like Denzel Washington. I just had a recent audition, and this was an exercise she took me through. And what it does is it keeps you from having the same pattern, saying the same line the same way every single take. Because in reality, every time you do that line, it's supposed to be like it's for the first time. So it ain't gonna be the same. There's no way it's supposed to be the same. So, as far as getting prepared for Candyman, I'm sure we went through different exercises, get in the character, you know, put myself, okay, I'm this little boy in the projects. Mm-hmm. When I say I ain't scared of nothing, I really ain't scared, because I done seen people killed, I done seen stuff go down. We're talking about Cabrini Green, Chi-Town.
Cabrini Green.
This kid, you know, done seen some stuff. They snipers on the roof. It was Beirut up in that motherfucker. Like, seriously.
He was the plug to Candyman.
But I'm just saying, though, so
he showed her what a fuck
when I said that to her, you crazy coming around here.
Yeah.
All on your own. Ain't safe around here.
I'm here.
You know, when I tell her she crazy, I just think about it. I was talking shit in that doggone movie. I was a little kid talking big shit. I was like,
drinking coffee.
I was like, you crazy coming around here all young. Oh, and then she gonna tell me, oh, you must be scared. I ain't scared of nothing.
You see this nigga every day.
I ain't scared of nobody. So, you know, I had to get myself in that mindset of Jake. Who is Jake? And at the time, I was just kind of like I was almost, I didn't really have a family. Remember? You see me when they did show me in my room or whatever, I was kind of like, they had me, this was supposed to just be some weird kid that almost living by himself. He knew Anne Marie, he didn't have no mom, no dad, nothing. I don't know how did this kid even be in this situation? Because I had no family. They, you know, it was like I just was there. Yeah, I was just there, and Anne Marie, I guess, looked out for me, because even at the funeral, you don't see my mom and dad there unless they're gonna say my aunt. Shout out to Irene, she had the plug right behind me in the scene, in the scene at the funeral, and she was like really following me and you know, really being that protective parent, guardian on the set. You know, for my safety, you got to think we in the Cabrini Green projects, we in Chi-Town, and there was police everywhere. So, you know, just got all of this different things going on that made it a great film to work on. Challenged me as a young actor, and set off a career where I was on everything in the 90s you could think of, from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Boy Meets World, you know, Baywatch, like I said, 90210. You know, I did 2 episodes of Boy Meets World. I did the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I worked with Will Smith. I did several episodes. I did like 5. I was hired like 5 times for Living Color. I think 2 or 3 of the episodes actually aired. And so Jim Carrey worked with him. Tommy Davidson worked with him. Jamie Foxx worked with him. You know, everything that was like these big hits in the 90s, I did that. And I experienced that. And I think that what now is going to make me a better actor is my life experience that I had in my break from the industry, going into my re-entry into the industry.
Gotcha.
See, now, I've directed, I've had kids, I've lived life, I've had ups, I've had downs, and I can't give all that to you because that's gonna be in the movie, you know. That's a book right there. But we could, you know, we could have some snippets, you know.
Gotcha. And did you have did you go to acting school?
Actually, I did.
You know, okay.
I did.
So you was kind of like Tupac. He went to acting school, and
I was way younger than younger than Tupac. But
that's how I got discovered real quick.
Yeah, shout out Tupac.
Dear Mama, man, it's Mother's Day, by the way. So definitely we're doing
this on a Mother's Day.
Mother's Day morning. all the mothers
Happy
in the whole
Mother's
world.
Day
Happy Mother's Day
to
to
my
my sister, Crystal Ball, Free
to
Tracy.
everybody, you know, Pinky,
This shit
of
is
course.
real, man. Okay.
You know, grandmothers, all the mothers, beautiful mothers out there. I hope you're having a happy Mother's Day.
What's your favorite Tupac line? Quick, hurry up.
I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad at you. Come on, man.
Hey, you can use that like all the time, though. Dun, 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 dun. Like you always like when you really just, you know, you ain't fucking with him no more. But you know what? I ain't mad at
Did
you.
you ever meet Tupac, man?
I never met Tupac. Like out of all the people, I wish I could have met. Besides Nipsey Hussle, I wish I could have met him. I wish I also could have met Tupac.
So you did all this work. Now, like, even then, resume crazy.
Right.
Man, crazy, bro. Crazy.
And what's to come is gonna even be crazier.
Crazier. So
Because now I'm creating my own projects.
great. So who can you see yourself working with? Whether it's like, you know, like local talent or like undiscovered talent or just people in general that's, you know, you might see a movie on Netflix like,
I want to work with Kerry Washington.
Kerry Washington.
I want to work with Kerry Washington.
What?
Denzel, of course, because like, you know, growing up, I actually got a chance to meet Denzel.
Oh yeah.
I met and real quick, I was going to a Christian school, West Angeles Christian Academy. Denzel goes to West Angeles Church. We participated in a church service once a year, you know, the school would, and they had me doing a speech about what a real man is.
Gotcha.
And Denzel Washington told me after that service that I inspired him. And I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. Certain things, like, you know, I sat down with Nelson Mandela and asked questions and things. There's certain people in my life. I rode in a motorcade with the Vice President Al Gore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been to Neverland. Michael wasn't there at the time. You know, I've been on stage with, shout out to Michael Jackson, R.I.P. I've been on stage with Michael Jackson for the Lady of Soul Train Awards, and we were doing You Are Not Alone, and there was a bunch of kids on the stage. So, but that's about the closest I got to Michael Jackson. But I did go to Neverland. He was in New York at the time, and some kids from the church, youth department, because Michael had been to the church. His lawyer was a member of our church, First AME, shout out LA. So we were able to go to Neverland, and we had to sign waivers saying, you know, it was some real stuff that we weren't gonna try to, you know, do some type of sell it to the tabloids. You know, we saw this at Neverland, but we had a great time, free food, rides. It was a once in a lifetime experience. You know, those Nelson Mandela, motorcade, you know, going to Neverland, being on stage with Michael Jackson. Everybody can't say that. And those is like some heavy stuff.
So when you put all that into the pot, and then you go back.
Pass the blunt, man.
My
You
bad,
just
my
going,
bad.
man, God, leave.
My bad.
Pass.
I'm on some Hoover shit.
I don't know. This is a big ass road
I
trip
wrote
left
another
here.
one.
My bad. Let me quit.
I wrote that last one.
So when you look back at your resume, your body of work,
Yeah.
how do that make you feel? Like, you know, are you like one of those people like, damn man, I could do way more, or I should be doing more, or are you just like, nigga,
You realize once you
I got
live,
it.
I'm 38 years old, man.
Right? We blessed. That's blessed to see 38.
Once you live and see a lot of things in life, you realize you are where you're supposed to be.
Yep. True.
And the most important thing is fulfilling your purpose. Now, I know God has blessed me with talent, hold on, man. I didn't know pup.
Why y'all ain't got this one yet?
I passed that to you, the
Okay.
camera person, so you can have something to puff on while we sitting up here.
Oh, okay,
to
my
smoke
bad.
the rest of that real
I
quick.
was trying to
Anyways,
hold it
back to what we was talking about. You realize that fulfilling your purpose is what's really most important. And then you look at what God-given talents you have. Then you say, well, how am I supposed to be using these talents?
Gotcha.
I used to, also, we talk about my acting and everything, but I was very active in the church. And I would lead like the Kirk Franklin like songs, and I would speak to people. And when I spoke to those people, I mean, everybody, you know, the church. And after the service, people would come up to me and say, you know what, something you said, it really touched me. And that feeling, that effect of being able to spiritually uplift a person, touch a person, help a person, has done more gratification for me than any movie, any television role, or anything that I've done on screen.
Preach.
And got money for. That feeling. And then when I got into the Masons, I learned that that's where your wages are. And all the brothers out there, you know what I'm talking about. That is your reward.
Yeah.
When we doing Meals on Wheels and we go and we deliver that food to that elderly lady and she said, oh baby, oh thank you, and you know, oh you just a little angel. And you see that made her whole day. She might have had no contact with nobody that day. But that made her day. That one meal. And that is a better gratification than anything. And going back into my acting, like I said, it's gonna be bigger and it's gonna be better, but with Nothing Common Entertainment, we're gonna be changing how the world is entertained. We're gonna be telling true life stories. We're gonna be sharing stories that's never been told. We're gonna be doing something totally different. Something totally different. And I think that I have, from my experience, my life experience, more to put into these characters. But like you said, now I'm not just on screen. I'm directing, I'm producing, I'm creating. I want to be like Dick Wolf. You watch the SVU, used to Law and Order, SVU, Dick Wolf.
Dick Wolf, baby.
Dick Wolf.
Dick
That's
Wolf.
who you want to be, okay?
And I
You
want to
wanna
be
the
like
Dick-
J.W. Rowling.
So you know, when you
That's
talk about
Harry
people I
Potter.
want to work with, I want to see that. I want to see that at the end.
Hello.
And now time is changing. So if you get a Netflix series or something, Netflix is the shit right now, man. You know, the game has changed. We're doing self tapes off of, you know, everything, man. Like everything is like you could do shit at your home, just like we doing right now. We in the spot and we having cannabis and coffee, and we politicking and talking real life shit, man.
So next, I want to get into the, you know, I know like most actors, they have other talents. You know, like Jamie Foxx is very talented. He's very musically inclined. You know what I'm saying? Who else? They didn't know J-Lo. Or, you know what I'm saying? Just certain people who kind of started.
Queen Latifah, Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Ice Cube would be a phenomenal person because he started as a rapper. Of course, Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Those two are, you know, they were big on the rap scene at one point in time, and then now they're big on the movie scene.
Right.
And big in acting and stuff. So
Writing and all that.
and having their own production companies and everything else. They're, you know, they help pave the way. But if you go back further, you know, there were legends before that. You know, you can't forget Richard Pryor. You know, Richard Pryor started out doing comedy and stand-up comedian, and he became a movie star. And then he's a legend. And all comedians to this day contribute, you know, inspirations to do comedy from Richard Pryor.
Shout out to Richard Pryor.
Shout out to Richard Pryor. R.I.P.
So have you ever got into doing any music? You know what I'm saying?
I went to school for audio engineering.
Okay.
Graduated SAE. So yeah, I'm spreading myself out behind the scenes.
He was working with Clifton Powell.
You know, yeah, I did Clifton Powell's acting class. I was in his class, and he was having his class at the school. It wasn't nothing apart. He was, you know, renting a space, but that was an experience. Clifton Powell, shout out to Clifton Powell. He keeps it real. He gonna tell you
Thank
like
you, Nick.
T.I. is. You
I ain't gonna
know,
tell you how T.I. is.
So let's get into, that's a perfect segue to what I want to get into, because Pinky. We know he got that famous scene on Friday After Next. People always trying to imitate that scene. So what
are you talking about Friday After Next? Or are you talking about next Friday? Which
next
one?
Friday. My
Next
bad
Friday.
with Pinky.
Okay.
So what was your line? Because I'm gonna talk about Candyman.
I already know. I'm gonna tell you right after it. Candyman gonna get me.
Yeah.
Candyman gonna get me.
So
that was.
You said you delivered that line like in one take, right? I remember you was telling me like you was
That was
calling you one take Jake shit.
That one take Jake came from when she got beat up in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
And they needed me to go in and look and see what happened. And it was like a really quick thing. And they were like, one take Jake. Because, you never know if you can get it in one take.
Right.
And usually they'll do one for safety. And they probably did. But they got what they needed.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Wow. So, one take Jake. And then you was on... I saw an episode which you was on Boston Public.
Boston Public, yeah.
You was a teenager.
Yeah. I was playing a teenager.
You was playing a teenager.
I was,
so you was a grown man.
I was like 2021.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they do that. That's done a lot. No, that's no secret.
So with that, and man, he slapped the shit out of the girl, dog. Hold on.
That was an accident. But it was a real slap.
He slapped the fire out of her, dog. I'm trying to tell you. She owed this nigga some money.
She teared up. I'm gonna tell you what happened. Let me break that down what happened. Okay, so on the set, when there's a stunt, if you're supposed to fake a hit, anything, that's practice.
Right.
You get with a stunt coordinator, you time it, and you do it over and over and over again to make sure nobody gets hurt. But she missed her mark.
She got herself slapped, bro.
And what happened was, when I smacked her, I was like, I had that reaction like, damn, because I wasn't supposed to hit her, but I was in character. But I still had that like, damn, but I really hit her. That made me more in character. So, the makeup or somebody who wasn't supposed to say cut, act like they was about to cut, and the director was like, no, keep it rolling. That's good. Ooh. That's real shit. Cause Tamira, she teared up. Then Loretta Devine was like, I'm telling everybody on Crenshaw, you didn't smack Tamira Gray. I'm telling everybody on Crenshaw. I said, man, I didn't feel bad though, cause it was like, you never supposed to hit her. I felt bad. But she was cool. She was really good about it.
She was a good
Matter of
sport
fact, she was really good. I mean, next time we went to worked another episode, and
and then you go from that to Baby Boy with John Singleton, man.
Well, that was after Baby Boy, but yeah, that was Baby Boy. We could talk about Baby Boy, though. Yeah,
cause you had braids on Baby
about
Boy.
Jamaica. Shout out to Jamaica.
Shout out to Jamaica Carter.
Carter.
Well, soon that you're going through, bro. We got love for you. I pray with you.
Jamaica, you better not be going through nothing.
Nah, he got some serious stuff.
I love you wherever you at.
He out there in Cali.
He done went back to Cali.
He been out there in Cali about a year now.
Followed you.
Yeah, he went after me.
I
Yeah.
know.
So you get, first of all, auditioning for Baby Boy.
Okay, first of all, let me tell you that story.
How'd you even get that?
I'm gonna break down the story to you. So I lived on 39th and Western. Basically, if you from LA, that's the hood. That's Harlem hood over there. But Lamert Park, where John Singleton's office was not that far. And for somebody who, and I back in, when we was growing up, you could walk over there, okay? Like you could walk. It might be a little 30-minute walk, but you can get over there. It ain't that far from where I stayed at. Probably a little bit more than 30 minutes. But anyways, in a car, it's like 3 minutes. In a car, you there. And my neighbor was like, hey, they doing Boys in the Hood too. That's what, he didn't know what it was, but he probably knew it was a hood movie, seeing people out there, whatever. He left, they doing that. So, I think the last time I seen John Singleton, he was about to do Rosewood. And I was auditioning for something else on the studio lot and found out where he was. And he was about to do Rosewood, and I saw him then. But, so I hadn't seen him since then. And this was, a few years later for Baby Boy. So, me and my aunt, we crashed that motherfucker. See, back in the day,
that's hard.
People would do crash auditions. which means like you find out, hey, so and so audition for something, and I know you. Oh, you going to audition? I'm just gonna show up, grab the size, cause they had a size right there. It ain't like, you know, it wasn't no email. They wasn't doing all that. They was faxing shit to your agent. And you had the fax machine. You had the rolling paper, and then you had to try to flatten the paper out. And then the highlighter, you had to make sure it was gonna go to the. Anyways, it was a different time.
First text message.
So, way before that. So what you knew about the audition, and it fit your description.
You like,
oh. And matter of fact, you'll see if any of these characters fit my description. And then you would just have your picture, resume, and your shit, and you would just take, just see if they let you read, you know? Mm. So what I did with Baby Boy was I found out John Singleton was casting, you know, even though it wasn't Boys in the Hood, it was Baby Boy. Right. But I went over to the casting office. And there's this little white lady at the desk, and she's, I guess, whatever, the casting assistant or whatever she is. Anyways, and I'm like, hey, is John here? I'd like to speak to John. She's like, who's it? Okay. She probably said, when I asked if John here, she gonna say, well, I don't know, I'm not sure. And me, even at 19 years old, I was like, I pulled some shit out my ass, I'm gonna let you know. I said, ain't that his, the Lexus truck in the back? Ain't that his truck? Right in the parking lot right there, next to the place. Now, mind you, I had no idea
what kind of car he had.
What kind of car he had, if that was his truck. All I knew was John got kids. It's the nicest fucking thing. It was just a regular other cars. Yeah. John wasn't a flashy person. I think the first flashy car he said he got was when he did Too Fast, Too Furious, and he bought like a Mercedes-Benz SL drop top, whatever. But he had kids. And I knew that, the SUV kind of made sense. It was nice. It was his office, wasn't nothing else to, So I threw this shit out there, rolled the dice, and I won. And she was like, okay. All right, I'll go get him,
Say she ain't had no choice.
She had no choice, man. So John come down. What's up? What's all love? What's up? Long time you see, how you doing? All that. Yo, have him read for Jody. So I read for Jody.
Off the rip.
Have him read for Jody. And I mean, don't take nothing from Tyrese. That was meant for him. But it was politics. Always. It was politics. Tyrese, he was a known singer. He had a big, following. He had a following. This was a hood movie that even at that time, the big company, they didn't know. You know how it is. We need you to have stars. You need Big Rex. You need Snoop Dogg, and you need Tyrese. Mm-hmm. You need Snoop Dogg, Ving Rhames, Tyrese. Because if you think of the big Taraji was a nobody. Yeah. Nobody knew. And girl, she was known.
In Cuba, Omar Gooding.
Omar Gooding was known.
Yeah, right, from Nickelodeon.
He was known. He had a career, so he was established. Omar Gooding. He was established, but I wouldn't say he was like a star.
They didn't know you was Jake though. Like they didn't.
They knew me. I was known, but I didn't have what Tyrese had.
Got you.
With his. Coca-Cola commercial that he did that blew him off the map, and then he did the, at that time I think he had already did Sweet Lady. He already had a fan base.
Gotcha.
So that was his first acting role, and from that he had an acting coach. He did a great job at Baby Boy. I didn't take nothing from Tyrese. I'm not a hater, but John wanted me in the movie.
Right.
So he took me in a role, and a role was created in a sense. Like when I got that role, my script said little nigga number 1, little nigga number 2, little nigga number 3, 4, 5, whatever.
That's what's up.
There was no Looney Tune.
Gotcha. So y'all made that name up?
This was on set, and I'm getting ready to let me break it down to you like a Swisher Sweet.
Break it down.
Where the next blood at?
Did we?
How many we smoked all that? Three blunts? Oh, we don't need to smoke no more.
Yeah.
We good. We good. So,
you on set?
What was we just getting into?
You talking about when y'all getting it started in the process of get into that role and get.
Oh yeah, I was telling you about how I got. Oh yeah, we was on set. We was on set. And I was getting in the character. I had my blue Dickie suit, my blue chucks. I had my gold chain. You know, I was fly crippin'. I was fly crippin'. And I just opened my shirt. You know. Yeah. No, but I was just getting in the character. I was just kind of, you know, walking around, just seeing how my character walked, feeling myself, getting into the scene before we actually action or whatever.
Shot it, right? Gotcha.
Before that, so in that moment. I got my line. He said.
So you made you came.
So no. John was like,
oh, okay.
Do that in the scene, and we're gonna call you Looney Tune. And then that's how the motherfucker I'm Looney Tune you know you fucking with. Then when we got to the park where we were hanging out drinking, and he came with me with the belt, and that was like an all night shoot, and.
You didn't want to take that ass whooping, huh?
That was real. The thing that hurt was him yanking me around and me having that like be a rag doll. But when I tell you, well, first of all, what I was getting ready to say was that whole what shoe size you, all that was improv. Your size, nigga. So what you gonna do? Damn. That was. So he came up to me and he was like, "Oh, this is nice chucks. What shoe size you wear, right?" Gotcha. And I said, "Your size. Now what you gonna do?" You know, that was improv. We was talking about, hey, you know, oh, girl, she only 14. Look like that. We was talking about the girl at Dorsey or whatever. Okay. All that dialogue that we had, that was all improv.
So y'all just letting it ride.
We was just letting it ride. I think the lined up part was already scripted. But the some of the stuff was improv and some of the stuff was scripted. So he kind of like added a little in on set. So when we got to that part, you know, when he lined us all up, and I was the last one to go, you know, Looney Tune, huh? I tell you, you would have thought I was Tyrese. No. When I say that is the recognition.
Right, okay, I got you.
From being in that movie.
It's crazy.
You would have thought I was Tyrese. Everybody recognized me. Everywhere I went.
You was the only
and then that was like, you did that part. And then that's what, getting back to when we shot it. But they said, cut. Oh, man. The whole set fell out laughing. Everybody cracking up. John said, that's going to be one of the most memorable scenes in the movie.
Man,
I kid you not. You ask anybody who is familiar, if Baby Boy is their favorite movie, or if they're familiar with it, they've seen it, they remember that scene. They're going to remember $40 from Jamaica, shout out Jamaica, and they're going to remember me getting with that belt.
Jamaica started $40.
Because it stuck out.
Cause man, I ain't gonna lie, like
out.
You ain't even expect that was gonna happen.
And then and I'm gonna let you know something else.
You ain't expect that.
We was rehearsing. And they didn't have a stunt belt. Motherfucker hit me with a real belt on accident.
Wait a minute, dog.
Motherfucker hit me with a real belt on accident. Man, I was like,
what's a stunt belt?
A stunt belt is like, you know, it's like styrofoam. Like styrofoam.
Like,
so it ain't gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt. You're not even gonna feel it.
Gotcha.
But it looks real.
Gotcha. I'm hit.
It was a stunt belt. A stunt belt. This is movies, man. This shit, we getting paid. We ain't trying to get hurt. If you get hurt, it's on accident. Somebody fucked up if you got hurt.
Somebody fucked up.
Something happened wrong. That shit wasn't right. You were not supposed to get hurt.
Who slapped the bitch though. You know what I'm saying?
It was by accident.
But yeah,
they was insured, so shit was all good. So I'll get into like being on set with Snoop. Like, was the motherfuckers cracking jokes and smoking weed and shit like that on set? Like, you know,
I didn't meet Snoop. I've never met Snoop to this day. I had an opportunity to meet him, but I was running a little late to the event. I was still backstage at the concert though. Okay. Shout out to 1500 and nothing, my boy Reds.
Oh man, they dope.
He looked out for me at a Snoop concert, had me backstage. That's my homie. We grew up together. But back to the belt. You can't skip past my response to getting hit with a real motherfucking belt.
Man.
I was like, and it was just one time. It wasn't like, it was just one hit. But when I tell you, because I'm trying to hold it, that shit hurt. Because he was swinging like, he's swinging like.
You had to sell that shit, dog.
I'm still like, Where is the stuck belt?
Yeah.
Trying to hold that shit
Where
in.
is
Chuck,
the-
hold on, look. Chuck that shit up, cut.
Basically, hey, man, shit, hold on.
Yeah, that shit was real, though. But, you know, we did it, and we had fun. And, you know, I'll never forget working on Baby Boy. It was a great experience.
What was
It
your
in the
favorite
hood.
set to work on?
Favorite set. All time. Like, it was just like, man, that shit.
Everything yeah.
I think one of the most fun times I had on the set was Fresh Prince.
Damn.
Fresh Prince, because we were
dope.
getting.
Shout
First
out
of
to
all,
Will Smith. That's dope.
everybody was a fan of Fresh Prince. I don't care if he was an actor or nothing. Like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Just imagine, as a kid.
Everybody wanted to be like
Hold
Fresh
on.
Prince.
You did what? Imagine being it's on TV at that time. Because we look at it now and it happened in the past. They just did shout out Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Y'all just had y'all 30th year anniversary.
Right.
DJ Jazzy Jeff, Will
Yep.
Smith.
Hey.
Congrats. And all the rest of the cast. But what I'm saying is, that was like that shit.
That was her.
I mean, I was doing other shit, you know, 90210,
I'm
that
not
was
Will
other
Smith
shit,
before.
but that was the shit just to be on that show.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So it was excited to be on the show. And then Will was so cool.
He is.
Will is the most coolest person. He had Nike sent me some shoes for Christmas.
Oh,
He
that's
was
hard.
cool. Will
That's
was
hard.
cool. I hope I get to work with Will Smith
Me
again.
too.
Man, I watch your Instagrams. You inspire people.
Ricky,
You
he
man.
came up to Bennett Park. That's how I met him. Him and Jazzy
Oh,
came
yeah,
up to the
yeah,
park
yeah.
in our neighborhood. And he was giving us dollars and shit
Wow.
to shoot around the court. When Fresh Prince first came out, he came to Detroit in my hood. And for a lady that worked in the neighborhood who I used to work with,
Right.
he came up there to shoot to help all the kids in the neighborhood. He came up there for her to help us. And I met him that day. I was about 10 years old when that happened.
So check it.
So yeah, Will Smith, you the shit because you was coming
was-
in our hood, nigga.
He was like he's somebody who I would love to work with over and over
Yeah.
again because he was so cool. Shout out to Tia and Tamara Mowry, sister. I did a couple episodes of that, and they the most coolest people. And I just ran into Tia. Most recently, they did a John Singleton had passed. They did a Boys in the Hood screening, and I had my Crenshaw. You know, I shout out to Marathon Clothing. I already did Hustle. I had my Crenshaw, which was in tribute to the Boys in the Hood because they had the same writing that was on Cuba's Trey. His character at the end of the movie, we had the Crenshaw t-shirt on. So anyway, I had that on. There was people, you know, Morris Chestnut was there, and Tia was there. You know, she is still, you know, when I saw her again, just the nicest, sweetest person. And that's what you remember, the good people you work with. I work with Emmett Smith. Emmett Smith, just the nicest guy. I did a Coca-Cola commercial with him, and he was just the nicest guy. He gave me a Dallas Cowboy helmet, autographed it, and I still got it. And everybody been trying to get it back. No, it's not for sale. I have Emmett Smith autographed this motherfucker. And then he put my name on it so I can sell that shit. But I just hold on to it, you know? That's something that's like, you know, one of those priceless things. That helmet is everybody.
That's
Just imagine, you know? So, yeah.
So, all right. So now it's like you did all this work. I know you listen to music because when you pulled up, my sister said you was playing some shit.
Yeah, I always do.
You was playing some shit.
I got a West Coast mix that I made.
She said
Yeah.
we thought it was. She said we thought it was Tupac, but we ended up, you know, it was MC8.
Oh yeah,
was it MC8?
It might have been because I was
Straight up
straight up
Straight up
minutes.
Minutes.
Yeah, straight up
Straight
minutes.
up
I fucked
Minutes,
up
so-
childhood. It's about the way I am.
Okay.
Got me in the state where I don't give a damn.
Right.
Somebody
So
help
check
me
this.
on it, but nah, y'all don't hear me though. I guess I'll be another victim of the ghetto.
Okay.
Mom still got mom struck. That shit, everybody knew that. That was the shit,
Now
man.
that's what we need to get.
Yeah, straight to minutes. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
So I'm glad you just did that because you gonna do it again. That is a part of the Draw the Line show.
Okay.
We're gonna get you. I want to either hear your favorite.
Okay, hold on. You want to hear me do some of my favorite rap or my favorite rap artists?
Give me one verse,
Hold on, wait a
or
minute.
give me one movie scene.
Nah, you gonna get
One
this.
or the other.
Hold
Which
on,
one
wait
you
a
wanna
minute.
do? But you gotta
R.I.P.
draw the line. Let's go.
R.I.P. Nip
Right
Hussle.
now. All right, come on. Shout out to
Victory
Nipsey.
lap. I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type of niggas gonna get it. No kidding. Sitting on the steps feeling no feelings. Hold on, man. That shit right there, that victory lap.
Victory lap.
That victory lap is the shit. Especially what he said. I spoke some things into the universe and watched them repair.
Yeah.
I won't say. He said, I won't say. I'll say it's worth it. I won't say it's fair. Like he dropped some serious bars in there, man. Like them lines. Like, and then he says, "I'm playing chess, not checkers." Like,
well, the best one for me with Nip. Because I don't listen to a lot of Nip, but what stand out is all money in, no money out. That means
all
everything.
money in,
all
no
money in
out.
means support yourself, support us, support our people, support me. All money in. I'm not buying from you motherfuckers. I just had that discussion with my brother.
Nip inspired people.
Yeah, inspiration.
And he gave back to his community. He wasn't like, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna leave the hood and go over here. He was like, I'm gonna stay. I mean, I don't know if he lived in the hood, but he kept his business. And
but he built it. He was already taking care of the hood.
He was taking care of it. He reopened World on Wheels. That was the rolling rink. That's the skating rink that everybody in the hood went to. That was the skating rink that when we was kids, World on Wheels. It had closed down, whatever, and he had it, invested in it, and reopened it. So, and then he gave so many people jobs. He had restaurants, he had several businesses. So, not just the clothing store. So, I went to his funeral. Nipsey Hussle inspired me and made me want to move back to Los Angeles. And I'm going to say this because we're about to wrap it up. When you think about when you leave here,
right,
what do you want people to say about you?
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about Nip. He uplifted people.
Brought people together.
He brought people together. Yeah. He brought Bloods and Crips together. I'm telling you, right now, he made it where, I believe he made it where Bloods wear blue and Crips can wear some red. Because if you seen Nip, I didn't see Nip with all red jumpsuit. And he'd tell you, I'm from, nigga know where I'm from. I'm the real one. And I never was a gang member, but I grew up in the area, so I understand the culture. And I understand what's going on. And I understand when I go back to my hood and I went where I grew up. When I went back, being back in LA, I see the difference. Okay. There was a time in LA, if you had any red on and you was in a Crip neighborhood, they're going to look at you and be like, oh, what all that dead on? Or whatever. Like, they going to bang on you. Like, and you don't even have to be a gang member. I was in my own hood. I had on a FUBU jersey one time. It was at a 0 and a 5. It was white with the red 05. That was, the FUBU jersey. That shit. During that time, that was the shit. And the old nigga banged on me. I'm like, nigga, I live on the next block. I grew up over here. Man, like, don't even come at me like that, bro. Like, but really, seriously, the time before cell phone, Nip, he talked about his interviews. It was real. Somebody might be getting jumped and robbed at the gas station out in broad daylight where anybody can see or whatever. Because there was nobody doing this.
Right, wasn't no cameras.
There wasn't no cameras. And if you did have some type of photography, you was going to get beat up too. Anyway, that's just hood stuff. But all in all, I would like to say is, to those watching, know what your purpose is. Find out why you're here. If you don't know, go within, search for your higher power. I don't care what religion you are, what you believe in. But you believe in a higher power. You believe in yourself and believe in something within you. Because all you have to do is go within.
Mm-hmm. You hear that?
Mm-hmm. So, and inspire somebody. Mm-hmm. Have an effect. Because, we talked about all kind of stuff in this interview. We talked about everything. We drank coffee. We smoked weed. We talked about being on movie sets. We talked about everything. Oh, yeah. But you know what? The most important thing, what did I say? I said when I was able to inspire somebody. Mm-hmm. When I was able to touch somebody, uplift somebody, that's what made me feel best.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to.
That's what was more important.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave it on that note.
That's a good note to leave.
It's been great, my brother. It was an honor to sit here and chop it up with you, man.
Good coffee and cannabis talk, man. We got writer, director, Man, we coming back like
Classic,
Jordan with
legendary.
the 4-5, dog.
Nothing
okay?
Common Entertainment.
Listen,
Nothing common.
shout out to Nothing Common Entertainment. Maserati Rick Jr. You're looking at the Maserati
Oh,
Rick Show.
let me bring his sweater out though.
And hold on, definitely,
Yeah.
we gonna get you together.
Oh,
with a since we already, you know, we had this ready for you, man. We heard you talking about Nipsey. We gonna hit you with the navy blue Maserati Rick.
Oh,
Detroit
hell
News
yeah.
edition.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Gangsta
for sure.
Chronicle.
There you go.
Hoodie
Oh, for sure. Hey.
from the
Y'all,
Maserati Rick
I
collection.
love this, y'all. Y'all gonna see this on my gram. You gonna see it on my YouTube or whatever. Because I'm gonna wear this shit just like I wear Nipsey shit.
That's
Shout
how you
out.
draw them
Nothing
lines.
Common Entertainment coming at you.
This shit is
Thank
real,
you.
man. That's how you draw
You
the
know,
line on the
I like
Maserati
this
Rick
right
Show,
here.
man. Maserati
This-
Rick Jr.
This fire right here.
DeJuan Guy.
We bringing stories to you.
We
We
coming
bringing
back.
stories to you. Be tuned.
Thank you.